a good test. Justin Robleski already in rare Dodgers company, having won his first 5 starts of the season, looking to go 6-0. A big series win up for grabs today. It's the Dodgers and Braves. Let's send it upstairs to Steven and Oral. Take it away.
Thank you, John, and welcome everybody to Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms, the grandmoms, the mother figures out there. The Dodgers on the field getting ready for their series finale against the Atlanta Braves, and they got all the mamas in tow. Hello from the broadcast booth. I'm Flo's son, next to Millie's son.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day, everybody out there.
And wherever you may be and however you may be watching, we got a beautiful day at the ballpark for you. And the series is on the line for 2 of the best teams in baseball. The Dodgers took the opener. The Braves punched right back on Saturday.
Yeah, it's been some quality pitching matchups, and we're going to have another one here today. But in Game 1, the Dodgers got it done. It was mainly the bullpen and a little bit of the offense, and Freddie Freeman's home run was a big key. But then it was an awful lot of Spencer Strider and an awful lot of an Atlanta Brave offense that has been one of the best in baseball. So this series is now even.
And so that sets the stage for a terrific rubber match and a terrific starting pitching matchup. Justin Robleski is undefeated on the year for the Dodgers, and Bryce Elder has been one of the best pitchers in the National League for Atlanta.
Yeah, in the first 2 games, the feature might have been some strikeouts, but really this is going to be about contact and maybe who has the best slider today. With Elder, he has been outstanding and responded to 2 tough years prior to this one. And this young man last year, it was a lot different from him in the bullpen, in the starting rotation, but now as the starter this year, he is one of the best.
And you look at the best ERAs in the month of April in the Dodgers history in the live ball era going back to 1920. Justin Robleski is right there at 0.69. Let's check in down in the Dodger dugout with Robin's daughter, Kirsten Watson.
Thank you, Stephen. Well, let's focus on the bullpen. They come into this game today being heavily taxed. Last night, I should say, had to cover 6 innings of work behind Blake Snell's 3 innings. But even if you look at these last 3 games, they've covered 18 1/3 innings of work, and that averages out to about 6 innings per game. So their usage has been high, but they have been excellent. Looking at today, Dave Roberts has made it clear that he wants Justin Robleski to really set the tone. Justin has consistently given about 6 innings or more of work. He's got 18 scoreless coming into this game. So the hope is that he can provide some depth, but if he does need support, they do have an additional arm now in the bullpen. Wyatt Mills has been activated, so he's fresh and available if need be, guys.
Great to know, Kirsten, as we get ready for the first pitch in this one. The Atlanta Braves with 27 wins, tied for the most in the majors. The Dodgers not too far behind with 24. There's a win up for grabs on this Sunday. We'll be right back to SportsNet LA.
Good things come. Justin Robleski about to take the mound here at Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium, going through his final warm-up throws in the bullpen. And this is a guy who's taken advantage of his opportunities, Jerry, this season. 5-0 in 5 starts, a 1.25 ERA. And he's doing it maybe a little bit differently than most pitchers do it nowadays by pitching to contact and not striking a lot of people out.
Love playing it behind guys like this. Works fast, attacks the strike zone, trusts his stuff, and really is looking for weak contact. So infielders, outfielders, be ready to go. Robo trusts his stuff and always gives us a chance to win a ball game.
The pace that he has is incredible because he really does keep the defense on their toes, which allows them to have increased range, which allows you to keep you in the ball games, and they know he's going to be in the zone, and that is fun to see.
And hopefully the Dodgers offense can get going today. They've had a tough time the first 2 games of this series. They were able to scratch across enough runs to beat Chris Sale Friday and then shut down last night by Spencer Strider. We're seeing a lot of the players before the game down on the field. Their wives, their children out there all celebrating this great day at the Ravine. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Thank you all for so much that you do. First pitch with Steven and Oral on the call next.
Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr.'s new Western Bacon Chicken Sandwich with freshly hand-breaded all-white meat and just $5.99 for a limited time. And by your Southern California Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Happy Mother's Day. The Dodger family celebrating ahead of this Sunday Mother's Day matinee. Really, one day not enough for all the moms out there. And then after all the pictures, ceremonial and beautiful chaos for the first pitches. A lot of strikes.
Everybody got out of it healthy.
That's all that matters. So the first pitch is ahead of the actual first pitch, which will be thrown by this man, the lefty Justin Robleski, the first Dodger to win 5 consecutive starts since his mentor Clayton Kershaw did it.
Well, he has been really good, and if you look at the earned run average over the first 5 starts, his April was amazing. Just fantastic, the production he's putting up, and he's doing it not with the K-ball, not with the swing and miss. He's doing it with weak contact and not giving up extra base hits.
They'll face this starting lineup from Walt Weiss and the Atlanta Braves. It's the same as last night against a different lefty in Blake Snell. It's a lineup that cranked out 12 hits, only one of them extra base hits, but they scored 7 runs and got a series evening victory. So here we go. Robleski's first pitch into shallow right center field, no man's land, but Pages, he covers a lot of ground out there. 1 pitch, 1 out for Robleski.
A little better luck than Blake Snell had last night with weak contact. But we are now into the rubber game of this match of these three teams. Fantastic 2 teams that could be the preview of a National League Championship Series.
Now the reigning Rookie of the Year, Drake Baldwin, takes strike 1, a fastball from Robleski. Last Sunday, the Dodgers needed a win, and Robleski played stopper, 6 scoreless in St. Louis. That is called ball 1 and an even count. No strikeouts and only 4 whiffs, but ultimately, Oral, for Robleski, he cares about one thing: wins.
Yeah, he really does, and he has pitched in some good pitchers counts. The strange thing for him is when they are in hitters counts against him, that's his lowest batting average. So you got hitters counts, you got evens counts, and you got pitchers counts. But for Robleski, almost like he pitches a little bit backwards when the hitters are really aggressive.
Got him swinging. Blows a fastball by him at 97.
What was that? 97 and a strikeout. This is completely different than what we're expecting. But that was a well-executed fastball. And you mentioned Clayton Kershaw, 5-0 and first 5 starts. This guy looked like Clayton Kershaw right there.
The Dodgers can get 7 strikeouts in total today. You'll get free Jumbo Jacks tomorrow. Albies on the first pitch, grounds it to Ha-Seong Kim. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Robleski on just 6 pitches. What a way to start. Here's the Dodgers starting lineup in the series finale against Atlanta. The sons of Kayoko, Rosemary, Juana Maria, Lisa, Midge, Katie, Melissa, Yoonjung, and Amy. And of course, at the helm, Aiko's son, Dave Roberts. On the mound for Atlanta, Bryce Elder, the right-hander, enjoying a sensational start to 2026, an ERA of 2.02 in his first 8 turns. His first pitch is up and away, ball 1. StatCast 3D is powered by Google Cloud.
Fastball sinker, but the main pitches that are getting people out are the off-speed stuff, including the cutter.
Elder was an all-star in 2023. In line for a 2nd selection so far this season. Ohtani 2 for 8 in the series. Watches a changeup float outside. For Shohei, the season average at .248, batting a .148 so far in the month of May. Not a pitch to hit off the inner half, but he swung through it.
It's hard to say, but that has been the norm lately, of him getting pitches to hit but not barreling them up.
He's not the only Dodger with that problem, getting pitches in the zone and not being able to do damage. Not going to offer that slider down and in the dirt. The count runs full. Elder, 3 or fewer earned runs in each of his first 8 starts, 2 or fewer in 6 of 8 starts. Here comes his payoff. And Ohtani swings through a fastball down the pipe.
94, so not elite velocity. Very little movement, if any, on this pitch. Pretty straight with a little tiny bit of tailing action, but yeah, that's a struggle when you are missing that pitch.
Now Freddie Freeman. 0 for 3 on Saturday. That snapped a 7-game hitting streak. Slice foul, strike one. For Freddie Freeman, always honoring his late mother, Rosemary. That's why he wears the long sleeves. Rosemary passed away from melanoma 2000. Pushes the fly ball to left field. Slices into the glove of Dubon. 2 away in the first.
Both these starting pitchers looking for weak contact.
Center fielder, number 44, Andy Pajes.
Now the scorching hot Andy Pajes, who has really gotten it rolling the last 4 games. He's batting .500 in that stretch with 4 home runs.
Yeah, the home run swing is definitely there, but I love the fact that he's hitting home runs, but it hasn't affected his approach.
He helped the Dodgers avoid their second shutout loss of the year last night with a 2-run shot in the 9th inning. He has driven in 14 runs the last 13 games. Slashes one to right field, down for a 2-out hit. 3rd hit of the series for Pajes to get the Dodgers going in the first.
Well, I remember earlier in the season, and I know we're just at the quarter pole, but earlier in the season, Dave Roberts did not want to move him out of the 7-hole, the 8-hole, the 6-hole, saying, you know, I just want him to stay there and be comfortable. Well, trying to get the top of this order going, he has been near the top a lot now, more 3rd and 4th.
Kyle Tucker swings at the first pitch, as we see him more often than not do this year. Strike one, fouled away.
Yeah, it is a crazy switch in theory for him. Came here, became a Dodger, and really was going to think he was going to be one of the more disciplined guys, like a Max Muncy, command in the strike zone. And he has been an attacker.
There's been more first pitch swings and more chase. We've talked at length about his propensity for going after that first offering, but not used to seeing him chase as much as he has so far this year. Lays off a changeup, check swing, and he held up fine. So he's ahead of Elder 2-1.
Elder's best out pitches, the changeup, the slider, and then a little bit of the cutter.
With Pajes aboard and 2 out, no score in the first. The 2-1 to Tucker. Sails upstairs.
I think the 2 pitches that Tucker could really hit hard would be a slider for a strike now, or if he tries to sneak the fastball near the inside. He's going to have to fight off the changeup away. Changeup right now coming out of Elder's hand has some really good action to the arm side.
Good count for Tucker, the 3-1. That's ball 4, back-to-back 2-out base runners. Here's a word from Jacoby and Myers.
Injured in an accident? Call Jacoby and Myers, the official law firm of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Third base, number 13, Max Muncy.
That'll give Max Muncy a crisp opportunity in the first inning. He's 0 for 5 so far in the series. 1 for his last 14. Has faced Elder before, 12 at-bats, 3 hits, including a homer. Two on, 2 out the pitch. In there for a strike. High in the air, drifting foul, third base side. So strike 2 for Muncy.
Dodgers got to Elder last year, an ERA of 5. And he pitched 9 innings against him, but in 2 different outings, he squeaked out a W. Last year, he didn't have the cutter. The Dodgers didn't see it.
Elder out of the stretch, the 0-2. It's a swing and a miss. The strikeout Muncy. Strand, Pius, and Tucker. No score.
Your stadium where it is Mother's Day, so of course there's pink all throughout, but the pink is for a very special meaning. MLB has partnered with Susan G. Komen to continue to raise awareness for breast cancer. It impacts so many women as well as men. So the pink you see throughout today, whether it's the socks, bats, like Justin Robleski, his glove, it is a very special meaning. To learn more, go to MLBtogether.com/Mother's Day.
Thank you, Kirsten. We're back for the second inning. Series finale for the Dodgers and Braves on this Mother's Day. Robleski against Matt Olson. Popped in the air. That'll drift out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, both starters put up a 0 in the first inning, but different pitch counts to get there. Robleski 3 outs on 6 pitches. Bryce Elder didn't record his first out until the 6th pitch. Ultimately 19 in total, but still did his job, kept the Dodgers off the board.
And Robleski's 6 pitches, the Braves swung at 4 of them. They're going to be aggressive. He's one of the highest percentages of in the zone. He is the highest percentage in the National League. So they can anticipate they're going to get a strike, but they can't anticipate which pitch it's going to be.
Full count now on Olson, who has been an Iron Man in his major league career. Today breaking a tie with Gus Scherr for the 10th longest consecutive game streak in league history. Robleski's payoff gets a wave and a miss. Strike 3.
2 strikeouts and 4 batters is definitely a different formula for Justin. It's a slider that gets it done. Well located right on the corner.
Important first out, and he gets a whiff from Austin Riley, strike 1. Last Sunday, Robleski, we talked about how he didn't have a single strikeout in his 6 scoreless innings. He was the first Dodger with 6+ shutout frames and no strikeouts since 1991. Riley to left field, a 1-out single. It was Mike Morgan, April 19th, 1991, a complete game shutout with no Ks.
Center fielder number 23.
What year was that?
1991.
91. That was his teammate. Still remember the game. Mike had a great 2-seam fastball. Probably got a lot of weak contact and ground balls.
Justin Robleski would love one of those right now, facing Michael Harris II. Just missed outside with a slider. Bunted down the third base side. No chance for Muncy. So for Harris, that's his 6th hit in 10 ABs this series.
He's got a couple doubles, but here he is satisfied with a bunt single, and he does a magnificent job of understanding, as deep as Max was, I don't have to like drag bunt this. He squared around almost like a sacrifice and just placed it over there.
So now first and second, 1 out. Eli White batting. White got the start yesterday against Snell. 1 for 2. An infield single, a stolen base, and a run scored.
He has been hot over the last 6 games, almost an OPS of 1,000. Hitting .385 coming into this one.
One and one.
Can you imagine twice as many pitches already with 1 out, but when you have a 6-pitch inning, that's what happens. Oh, a great shot.
Just missed.
You're 60 feet 6 inches away. You're looking in at a target. You're throwing it as pretty close to as hard as you can, and you miss a spot by an inch.
On a 2-1. White hits a base hit into left center field. They're going to send Austin Riley. They're going to test Andy Pages. Here's the throw. It's late. So an RBI base hit for Eli White, and Atlanta takes the 1-0 lead. On the first run Justin Wrobleski has given up all year outside of the first inning.
Breaking ball up a little bit, and he hits it really well. With Andy Pages, he doesn't need to hit a cutoff man because his arm is so strong it's going to get to home plate in a hurry. And the batter runners and the other runner cannot move up, but he still has a shot at home. Atlanta squeaks one in.
So the Braves strike first once again. First and second, only one out. Big swing and a miss from Sean Murphy. Bouncing ball right back to Wrobleski. The throw is high to second. And an athletic play from Freeland to save one out.
He goes up off the base, but his baseball IQ is one where he knows to reach back with his right leg to find the bag. High throw, but see the right leg, just understand how far he jumped and how far he needs to reach back with the other leg to record the out. That was fantastic play. First the jump, but to have the baseball IQ to know where to throw your leg back and how far. Wonderful play.
You can understand Wrobleski's frustration there. That was a 1-4-3 off the bat. Fortunate to get that second out. Now Braves on the corners. Bottom of the order, and the shortstop Jorge Mateo. Two balls, no strikes. Ball 3. On the 9-hitter Mateo, who's 2 for 4. 2 runs across so far this series. The 3-0. He was taken all the way, and it's a 4-pitch walk to turn the lineup over and load the bases.
This is a jam that he doesn't need to be in because of his throw to second. Would have been a double play. Little visit from Mark Pryor, but if we take a look at the throw to second, he's actually throwing uphill. Look where his back foot is, and then the lead foot is up on the level ground where the rubber is. So it takes a huge adjustment for a pitcher that has been throwing downhill to home plate to now throw an accurate throw to second base, actually throwing uphill, and that's why that ball was high. It doesn't mean it can't be done, but it has to be something that you register very quickly on how to get to your release point.
Number 14, Mauricio Dubon.
Dubon flew out on the very first pitch of the game. His first pitch of this inning. He swings and flies it foul on the right field side.
Have we noticed a theory on attacking Justin Wrobleski? These Braves are just hacking, especially on the first pitch, and especially the first strike they see.
On the 0-1. Wrobleski misses low with the slider.
He's in the zone the most in the National League, and when in the zone, hitters are hitting below 200.
Bases loaded here in the top of the second. 2 out, the 1-1 pitch. Hard hit down the line, fair toward the left field corner. Harris is in. Murphy behind him. Mateo being waved home. And Dubon clears the bases with a 3-run double. 4-0 Atlanta.
It comes down to the little things. It's been 2 high breaking balls that have given up the last 2 hits. It's been the throw to second base that didn't end the inning that allows this double to be at the plate and down the line. And that is a huge difference in this outing so far.
Ball 1 to Baldwin. Back-to-back games. Atlanta scores 4 runs in the second inning, and they're not done with this one. Skied into left field. Pages is over. Makes the catch. Inning over, but a crooked number for Atlanta in an early deficit again for the Dodgers. Atlanta 4, the Dodgers nothing. Top of the third, bottom half of the order for the Dodgers. Call, Rushing, and Kim. And a lineup that has been a little too feast or famine. The Dodgers liking. They got to climb out of this hole. How about Alex Call getting a start? And whenever you've seen him out there off the bench getting starts, he seems to be making an impact.
He really is an energizer. The way he approaches the game, the way he gets ready in the batter's box, he just looks like a grinder, looks like a ball player, kind of a gym rat. And that kind of energy is contagious. That kind of concentration.
Two balls, 2 strikes for Bryce Elder. Now gets to work with this early 4-0 lead. Scoreless first inning, struck out 2. Ohtani and Muncy down via the K. Among qualified pitchers, Elder with the 6th best ERA in all of baseball. On a 2-2. Call slices a fly ball toward right field. White running out of room. So an extra life for Call.
The 4 runs for Elder, you would say, oh, it makes him relax, but it's not a relaxation. It is a freedom to think, a freedom from pressure. Really, you're able to just loosen up with your pitch selection and really feel like you are free to do what you want.
Should be a routine play for White, and it is. The first out of the second.
You say it makes a pitcher relax. It seems like, oh, he just feels like he's out there sitting on a couch, but it's more like he's in a rocking chair. He can get nice rhythm. He's got some freedom, and it affects your pitch count. It affects your pitch selection. It affects all kinds of things that make you tougher.
Slider in the dirt to start Dalton Rushing.
This slider really has some depth today. It actually, for me, looks a little bit like a curveball.
For Rushing, he's going to try and get rolling again at the plate. Had that historic start offensively, limited playing time, right? 7 home runs, his first 27 ABs. Swings through a cutter, 2-1. But he has cooled off considerably his last 12 games. Again, not 12 games in a row. It's in sporadic playing time, but they're mixing him in more. They get him more reps, give Shohei Ohtani more rest on certain start days. Takes a fastball down the middle, 2-2.
When he was hot, he was hitting the breaking ball, which was better than last year, and he was hitting the low pitch. The league has started to pitch him up.
That sinker went through the front door and gets Elder his 3rd strikeout.
If you see a sinker inside to a left-hand hitter that comes back on the corner, you think of Greg Maddux, and this is Maddux X. That is really well done.
Well, you made mention earlier about how Bryce Elder has added the cutter to his pitch mix. That was in the offseason working with Greg Maddux. And the cutter has been the pitch that he's thrown exclusively to left-handers, and so perhaps Rushing was thinking that was going to be the pitch, not the front door sinker.
Texting Greg yesterday and talking about Bobby Cox and the passing of Bobby Cox. He really was complimentary of the fact that Bobby gave all 3 of those young pitchers that became the 3 Hall of Famers with Glavine, Smoltz, and Maddux, gave them time to develop and was patient with them.
On a 1-1, Kim swings through a cutter, strike 2.
And so when all of those Braves were saying Bobby Cox was the best, to expand on the best, a lot of the times it was not only being a player manager, being a guy who communicated great with great integrity, but that was very patient with them during struggles.
On a 1-2, Kim swings at a changeup in the dirt. A throw down to first will make it official. Back-to-back Ks in a 1-2-3 second for Elder. Still 4-0 Braves.
Be one of the first 40,000 fans on Tuesday to receive your Ice Cube Lowrider bobblehead. For more information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
First pitch from Wrobleski starting the 3rd is a ball up and away. He'll face 3, 4, and 5 this inning in the Atlanta order. Trying to keep the deficit 4. Little bloop, shallow left field. Call Pages, and it's Pages who makes the catch.
Little anxiety for a possible collision right there, but good communication between the left fielder and the center fielder. And he's got it right there. I got it. I got it. Alex fortunately heard the call.
You got 2 guys saying, I got it, I got it, I got it. So who's got it? And he does. 1 away. A strike to Matt Olson.
You didn't catch my drift on that one. Heard the call. Sorry, it's a little too high. Too highbrow for you.
Missed it by that much.
What is going on here? Are they swinging still? Yes, they are. These Braves are hacking at him. There it is again. Before this inning, they had swung at 5 out of the first 11 pitches on the first pitch. So these guys, sometime between pitch 1 and pitch 3, the bat is moving for sure.
And first team to break through against Justin Wrobleski in a minute. He hadn't given up a run since the first inning of his outing on April 20th, prior to the 2nd inning today.
They've attacked the slider, which was very good coming into today. Before today, the league was 5 for 45 with only 2 extra base hits against his slider. Today, the Braves so far are 2 for 3 with an extra base hit.
Grounded foul, still a ball and 2 strikes on Olson. Wrobleski struck him out as the leadoff batter in the 2nd. Gets him again.
The first at bat, they struck him out with a slider low and way on the corner. This one, they go opposite of that with a high fastball, and it looks like he was swinging underwater. He was sitting on something soft.
So Jack Math halfway home. 3 strikeouts down, 4 to go to get 7 and get you a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow. Fastball misses up on Austin Riley. Singled and scored his first trip up. High in the air, shallow right field. Tucker camped out, and it's a 1-2-3 third for Wroblewski, who bounces back. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Dodgers trailing early on this Mother's Day, 4-0 Atlanta. Alex Freeland kicks off the bottom of the third, takes a strike from Elder. Freeland 1 for 7 with a walk in this series. They saw Harris get cheeky earlier, reaching on a bunt single. Freeland tried to follow his lead, but spot bunted foul.
When you're going to bunt for a hit and the third baseman is normal depth or slightly shallow, you try for the line. When they're deep, just get it down and make sure you get it by the pitcher. Don't worry about putting it down the line.
Watches the changeup miss low, 1-2. And another strikeout for Elder. That's 3 in a row and 5 his first time through. Elder coming off a season high 9 punch-outs in his last outing last Tuesday against Seattle. He's on track to at least match it today. Ohtani sprays the first pitch foul, left field side, strike 1. In the first plate appearance for Ohtani, he struck out swinging, got a couple fastballs that, at least in terms of the eye test, looked to be in hittable spots.
Yeah, they were very hittable. And the first one of the two was a little bit on the inner half, and the last one that he struck out him was almost in the middle. About 94 miles an hour, right about there.
Soft line out to second, 2 away.
This is approximately the same pitch that he struck out on in the first at bat. This one gets in on him a little bit.
Freddie Freeman's 0 for 1. Stands in with the bases empty and 2 out. Bounces the first pitch to his counterpart Matt Olson. Dodgers down in order. Second straight 1-2-3 inning for Elder. Dodger offense has scored in just 1 of its last 14 offensive innings. Michael Harris has been an offensive force in this series for Atlanta. 6 for 10.
Came into the series not doing very well over the course of a couple of weeks, but he is a streaky hitter that is hot right now.
Swinging Tapper, dribbles foul, 1-1. You know, you could see Austin Riley had the first hit of that 4-run second against Wroblewski, but it seemed to be Harris's bunt single that kind of lit the match. Popped him up at third. 1 out. Morongo would like a word.
Smoking good times, cigars, spirits, May 17th, Morongo.
Number 36, Eli White.
Brings up Eli White. Drove in the first run of the game. Muncy at third. Makes the play again.
He has had a few of those choppers and those balls in front of him, but he has really shown that he has stabilized his throwing. His baseball clock is so much better. He understands when he can just be solid over there.
Number 12, Sean Murphy.
And for Max Muncy, he entered the day 5th among third basemen in all of baseball in defensive run saves. Now up to third.
It doesn't feel like a stretch. He really looks good over there.
Sean Murphy 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice. So he pops up, drifting back from second. Freeland. Pages coming in from center. Freeland makes the play. That's a 1-2-3-4 for Obleski. Holding line, 4-0 Atlanta.
Join the Dodgers on Wednesday for World Champion Gold Jersey Night. The first 40,000 fans will score an exclusive gold jersey. For more information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Dodgers need some runs. They need some life from the roller coaster offense. It will get reinforcements. Mookie Betts is on the way. Bryce Elder to Andy Pages. A roller to second. Let's get a much more in-depth Mookie Betts update from Kirsten Watson, please.
Thanks, Stephen. Well, with Mookie returning, she'll be back in the lineup tomorrow, but Dave Roberts did share that with him. He's coming off of that right oblique strain, which, as much as he is healthy and in a really good spot, it's still something they're going to have to manage, especially early with his return. So he said he's going to play the first 2 games, likely be down that 3rd game of the Giants series. Might get back out there for the 4th, but that's essentially going to be the plan for him, playing 2 of 3s once he returns.
Great to know. And yeah, I think it's certainly an understandable reflex to be like, all right, well, the offense hasn't clicked yet. Mookie Betts is coming back. Now they go. But you also have to have respect to Mookie coming off the injury and trying to get his game legs back underneath him. Elder's 0-1 to Kyle Tucker will have to wait, and it's a pitch clock violation on the starter.
As far as Mookie coming back, I have higher expectations for the current Dodgers to bust out of their slump before Mookie is making a huge impact coming back. It could happen that he comes back and gets hot right away, but these guys that are getting reps right now are more likely to find it.
A little Ryan Dempster glove waggle from Bryce Elder before that last pitch.
A little bit, maybe. Those pitchers, they'll think twice about, are they starting to pick up on my stuff, or am I going to give this away on purpose? Oh yeah.
A modified Dempy.
Well, the Dodgers have yet to have a hard hit ball, at least coming into this inning, and they also have 5 strikeouts. Yesterday we were talking about how few balls were leaving the infield. And so far today, we're looking for hard hit balls.
On a 2-2. Tucker flies it just right of center field. Harris casually drifting back. No problems for him on out number 2.
Number 13, Max Muncy.
Changeup misses to Muncy. Dodgers down 4-0. Base is empty in the 4th and 2 gone. Hit hard, but right to Olsen. And the Dodgers have had the last 10 go down in order. You're watching back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA. And it's brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Strike one from Justin Robleski. Both starters had identical pitch counts after 4 full innings. 50 pitches, 31 strikes. And for Justin Robleski, Oral, if not for that fielder's choice and a missed opportunity at a double play, this would be a totally different feeling game.
Yeah, the second inning, 4 runs, 4 hits. The rest of his game, 9 up, 9 down on 24 pitches.
And the reason I bring that up, because I wonder about the psyche of a pitcher, is if you allow yourself to go there to say, hey, like, it's not as bad as it looks because of that play, or because it was you who made that play or started that play, do you feel worse?
It depends on what your response is, not your reaction. You know, the reaction is one thing, but if you can take the angst from the reaction and turn it into a good response to make you concentrate, to know, hey, I've got less room for error here, I've got to really focus in, then I think that's the key.
There's no surprise in Robleski's response so far. As we show you the performance spotlight, sponsored by your Southern California Nissan dealers, it was Mauricio Dubon who made Robleski and the Dodgers pay. Bases clearing, 3-run double. It gave us his 4-0 score.
He can control the throw to second, but the more the things he needs to control are the 2 high breaking balls that gave up the 2 key hits.
Popped him up left side of the infield. Ha-Seong Kim, 2 gone.
That's the location you want for the breaking ball, but the hit by Riley and then double that drove in and cleared the bases, they were both had some altitude. This one is down where it needs to be.
On the ground to Freeman. He'll take it all himself. 8 pitches for Robleski to finish a scoreless 5th.
Be one of the first 40,000 fans tomorrow and receive a 2025 World Champion Trophy replica presented by Budweiser. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for information.
Six, 7, and 8 on the docket for the Dodgers in the home half of the 5th. Alex Call going to try and snap the streak against Bryce Elder, who's retired the last 10 he's faced. Justin Robleski has also retired 10 in a row. Call couldn't pull the bunt back in time, so it's 1-2. Strike 3.
The previous pitch was called a strike. The batter's challenge.
ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile, thrown out there by Alex Call. And it's a ball.
Same sinker to that side of the plate.
Los Angeles has 2 counts remaining.
Dalton Rushing got locked up on, and Alex Call read that one perfectly.
So John Tumpane has to resheath the strikeout dagger that he waves. Called down on the next pitch.
Back to the slider.
68.
If Alex hits it out, it's a hanging pitch, but he didn't, so he's got to sit down. But that was a juicy one to hit.
Elder's the guy who now he spreads the wealth with his arsenal. That's the way he's changed it the most. Talk about the cutter is rushing on the ground, handled on a hop by Albies. Well done at the back edge of the dirt. 2 gone in the 5th. But Elder throws all 5 of his pitches at least 10% of the time. Cut back on the sinker, throwing more 4-seamers, and now pitching with a ton of confidence.
Number 6, Kim.
He's leaned on the slider, and that's what he has leaned on against the league coming into this game. Back-to-back ones right there. His doesn't have a lot of right to left movement. It really just goes straight down almost.
The 0-2. Kim does not bite this time.
When his speed gets down to 84 to 82 miles an hour on that slider, it really looks more like a curveball. So what you've seen so far right here against Kim is a pitcher working north-south, up and down.
2-2 gets him swinging. For the 7th time in the last 13 innings, the Dodgers go down 1-2-3. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal with the chance to win the $75,000 prize for Jack's 75th anniversary. Robleski pops him at strike 1 to begin the 6th. Still 4-0 Atlanta. All 4 runs came in the 2nd inning when Robleski had to throw 26 pitches. But since then, how about that? Again, talked about it last inning. It shouldn't shock anybody by now to see that kind of response from Robleski after some early adversity. That was a discussion point for him all last year as he sort of ascended into a key role on the staff and in the bullpen. His makeup and his moxie, and now he's showing it as a starter.
He shows it with his body language too. He gets the ball back from the catcher and gets right on the rubber, and here we go, let's do it again. And then in the zone more than anybody in the National League.
Ground ball by him, but Freeland is there. 1 out.
First baseman Matt Olson.
He's got him with a slider away for a strikeout, and he got him with the fastball up.
That's filleted down the left field side and a slice foul for a strike.
Starts him with the sinker to kind of try and crowd him. Guys like Ohtani and Olson and other guys with long arms and big bats, they like to extend their arms.
See that side view? Look at his front foot. That's a change similar to the man he replaced in Atlanta, Freddie Freeman. You and Joe highlighted that during the road trip. Freeman trying to keep that front hip, that front side a little bit more closed and square. And for Olson, that's a new wrinkle for him this year. Turning his front right foot basically toward the catcher.
There are mechanical changes, but the ones that work the best and make you more consistent are the ones you do the lower half first.
And Robleski strikes him out for a 3rd time.
And he returns to the pitch that got him out in the first at bat back in the 2nd inning, which is a slider low and away. This one even lower than the one back in the 2nd inning. Well done. You know Olsen is covering for that pitch after striking out on it earlier, so you make it a little bit better.
Fastball up and away, ball 1 on Austin Riley.
We talked about the mechanical adjustments and start first at the lower half because the upper body has to respond to whatever the lower body does. So if you want to reach your full potential, you've got to get the lower half correct first. And the only time you really think about anything at the upper part of your body to correct something on the lower half is your head position, because it's like having a 16-pound weight up there that you can move a lot of different directions. You can move it back and forth. You can move it closer to the pitcher or back closer to the catcher. And in doing that, you're going to shift what's going on in your lower half.
Sword, strike 2.
So your feet and the position of them, your knee flex, and then from your waist, your spine angle up to your head.
Robleski is rolling. Back-to-back Ks to finish another 1-2-3 inning. He sat down 13 Braves in a row. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times. Dodgers hoping good times are ahead in this one. They trail Bryce Elder and the Braves 4-0. 9-1-2 due up in the bottom of the 6th. Atlanta with this 4-0 lead despite their heavy hitters 2 through 4 being 0 for 9 with 4 Ks against Justin Robleski. Yes, he did. Freeland down on 3 pitches, and Bryce Elder with another strikeout.
We're going to see a little more bat speed and aggressiveness in this at bat. The first strike he gets. Strikeout on a fastball that he should have hit, and another pitch in that first at bat that he should have hit, and then a soft line out the second. He's going to be in swing mode. Just has got nothing. One up by his head and one in the dirt.
Dodgers desperately need an infusion of energy.
Whenever you see Shohei's feet spin out after the swing and you see the follow through of the bat almost slash him on the back, you know he is in an aggressive mode.
Here comes the 2-1. Ohtani couldn't hold up.
That's a swing that you're starting before you really read the pitch, hoping for a strike.
To right center, Harris reading it back on the warning track. He reaches up and has the second out.
First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
That brings up Freddie Freeman with 2 out. Dodgers trailing by 4. He's 0 for 2 so far today. Ball upstairs. Robleski getting ready for the 7th.
You get to a certain point in your outing sometimes where sitting down can get you stiff. So this is not walking around because he's anxious or frustrated. This is just keeping warm, staying loose.
This is part of Wrobleski's routine, and that's something he had to learn to develop last year, and he actually leaned on Clayton Kershaw in that lesson. Those are the last 2 Dodgers to win 5 consecutive starts, after all, and 2 left-handers, and Wrobleski idolized Kersh growing up, but there was a time where Wrobleski, he said, I don't know what to do with myself in between innings, Kersh. Like, what do you do? And Kershaw explained his routine. No, he didn't copy it totally, but it just taught him, like, I have to find what works for me to get ready for an inning.
Center fielder, Andy Pages.
Some guys are clubhouse visitors. They'll take the walk that way and up, and then there's TVs up there, so you stay in touch with what's going on in the game, and if you need to come back out.
Ball in the dirt on Andy Pages. Freeman holds on first after the 2-out walk.
Some will sit on the bench and put a towel over their head so they just go into another world. And here we have some pacing.
He says he does not like to sit in the dugout. He will go down, do some dry work, and then once there's 2 outs in an inning, and he'll come out. Or if there's 1 out and a runner on first, obviously you got to be prepped in case of a potential double play. So
some guys, you know, they'll sit next to their catcher and want to just have a continuous conversation, just to kind of get rid of the nerves and stay on task. I remember when Josh Beckett threw his no-hitter in a Dodger uniform, there was a police officer in the Dodger dugout that he chatted with the whole game. That would get a little boring for me. I'd need to walk towards the clubhouse.
Pages was a statue, and it's a 4-pitch walk, back-to-back 2-out free passes from Elder. And so he's opened the door for the Dodgers here a little bit in the 6th. Jeremy Hefter, the pitching coach, will come out and talk to him, and we'll now listen to this word from Nissan.
This Dodgers broadcast is sponsored in part by your Southern California Nissan dealers.
This is something that we've seen with the Dodgers when their offense has kind of been in flux. You know, one game 8 runs, the next game only 1 or 2, the next game 12, the next game. In these drought days, their rallies have started with 2 outs. So it's time, if they're going to bust out, they're going to have to get some 2-out RBIs. Tucker going up against a pitcher right now that of the last 9 pitches, 8 have been balls.
Brought in to be a run producer. He's in a run producing spot. 2 on, 2 out in the 6th. The Dodgers trailing 4-0. Ball 1, not close.
9 out of 10 so far.
Now, if there's been a bugaboo for Elder, the last 2 turns, the walk rate has spiked a little bit on him, and it's rearing its head here in the 6th. Now the Dodgers looking to cash in.
There is a fatigue wall that you have to bust through as a starting pitcher, and for everybody it's at a little different place, but somewhere around pitch 65 to about pitch 75 or 80, it's like a long distance runner having to push through a different level of energy.
80th pitch of the game, the 2-0 to Tucker, outside, ball 3, but Sean Murphy
Previous pitch. Let's call the ball.
Isn't so sure. So an ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile coming from the Atlanta backstop, and it is confirmed to be a ball.
The call is confirmed. Atlanta has 1 challenge remaining.
I think he got a little liberal with his challenge right there to try and help his pitcher that needed a strike.
He showed the activity in the Brave bullpen. It's a former Padre closer, Robert Suarez. The 3-0. Tucker watches strike 1. Ball 4. Load him up.
Well, if the Mother's Day crowd wasn't into it before this, they are into it right now.
2 outs, nobody on. And suddenly the tying run is coming to the plate with Max Muncy.
They had 2 total base runners over the first 5 2/3 innings. Here with 2 outs, they get 3 straight base runners, all gifts.
Here comes Walt Weiss. First-year manager in Atlanta. Has not yet signaled down. Takes the ball from his starter. It'll be power against power. Tying run at the plate. We'll be right back. Well, the Dodgers got something going here. Bottom of the 6th inning. There are 2 outs, but the bases are loaded. Max Muncy is the tying run due up. They'll face one half of this lethal combo in the Atlanta bullpen. Raisel Iglesias and Robert Suarez so far this year are perfect in save opportunities, and the combined ERA is 0.36.
He has owned left-handers at a clip of 129. So that 211 average at the bottom has been built mostly against right-handers.
5 through 9 in the order for the Dodgers today. 0 for 10 with 7 strikeouts. Muncy in his career against the former Padre Suarez, 0 for 5 with 4 Ks. Can he snap both skids? Strike 1. All Elder can do now is watch. He walked the bases loaded. Down and in.
That was overthrown right there. It was a decent sign for the Dodgers. Now to get it in the strike zone, he might come underneath it and flatten this pitch out.
That's low. 2 balls and a strike for Muncy. Saw Will Smith in the Dodger dugout. He's getting ready to pinch hit. Suarez with the 2-1. Ball 3.
A little too much effort on the mound, not trusting himself. A little throw right at the end of the delivery that's taking it offline.
Muncy going to put him in the keyhole. Ahead 3-1. Fouled away, and now things are full.
The fastball's going to tail away from him like that last pitch. The cutter's going to come into him. There's probably going to be about a 3-4 mile-an-hour difference in the velocity.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Nowhere to put Muncy. The pitch. Ripped to right, going back wide. He's on the warning track. He jumps, and he made the catch as he crashed into the wall. Oh my goodness, what a play from Eli White to perhaps save the game for Atlanta. Oh. Face full of wall, glove full of ball, inning over. Back for the 7th, still 4-0 Dodgers because, or 4-0 the Dodgers trail, I should say, because of Eli White, who's on deck to begin the 7th. Rob Max Muncy of an extra base hit with the bases loaded.
Max was trying to return the favor that Dubon did with the bases loaded 2 out. That gave the Braves the big lead. Muncy scorches this ball. 8 career grand slams. That was going to probably be a double that cleared the bases, but What a great play.
That ball had an 87% hit probability. Eli White was the other 13%. The 2-2 to Harris. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Let's take another look at that play in right field. I mean, leaping ability, the bravery, the intensity, and the ability to hold on to that ball. Yeah. You're right, Max. That should have been a double.
I think it deserves more than a high five from Robert Suarez for Eli White. It was steak dinner, perhaps. That does close the book on Elder. Atlanta starter, 5 2/3 innings of 1-hit baseball, 4 walks, 8 Ks in his 83 pitches. Wroblewski jumps ahead of White 0-2.
Elder did the job and got rescued from his walks with a great play in right field. Wroblewski has done the job since giving up the 4 runs and giving the Dodgers a starter that's going into the 7th. And 6 2/3 looking real good because their bullpen in the last 3 games has been in the game 18 1/3 innings over the 27. So they needed a little rest and a good start.
That's free Jumbo Jacks. Go to Jack in the Box in Los Angeles tomorrow. Buy a large beverage and get a free Jumbo Jack thanks to Justin Wroblewski. Well, hey, if the wins haven't been enough for you, you wanted more strikeouts and whiffs. Wroblewski's had those today. A chopper to Muncy at 3rd. A 1-2-3 7th. Wroblewski's giving the Dodgers a chance. It's time. Starting pitching in this series for Atlanta. Wow, 18 2/3 now. Just 2 earned runs, 23 strikeouts, 6 walks. Back-to-back games for the Dodger offense, no runs and just 1 hit through 6 innings of play. They did have some energy in the 6th as they loaded the bases with 2 out. Couldn't get anybody home.
They've tried to start their engine and they have in a few innings, but all of the engine starting has happened with 2 outs. All 5 Dodger base runners with 2 outs. They need to spark a little bit earlier in the inning.
Three and 1 for Call.
Down by 4, Alex Call is probably taking right here.
He does, and it's a fastball down the pipe to fill the count.
Just part of his game.
He knows they need base runners.
And he's very comfortable with a 2-strike count. That pitch right there, yeah, he could have had the green light in his head or from Dave Roberts and hit into a hard ground ball or a line drive out. He's still up there now.
Outside and a leadoff walk.
He is the best bat flip walker in all of baseball.
Fourth walk, the last 5 Dodgers to the plate. Now Dalton rushing.
Number 68, Dalton rushing.
Did see Will Smith getting ready in the dugout. He was not in the on-deck circle. It was just a situational thing, depending on Max Muncy's plate appearance. On the 0-1 from Suarez. Rushing, cranks one to right field, but didn't get all of it. 1 out.
Shortstop, number 6, Haesung Kim.
Strike one, fouled back by Kim. Four 0 Atlanta, bottom of the 7th. All 4 Brave runs came in the 2nd inning. 3 of them on a bases clearing double from the left fielder Mauricio Dubon. Kim behind 0-2. Stays alive. Another foul ball.
On some of the dry spell days for the Dodger offense, it has been the bottom of the order that has ignited them.
Change up away, 1-2.
We've documented in the last few games how well the 6, 7, 8, and 9 spots in the Dodger order have performed this year.
Plays off the high fastball. Works the count even. Kim has it full. He's down 0-2 after the first 2 pitches.
Sometimes when you see a check swing from a hitter, you think they're not on time, but when they can hold up, that means they are on time. It's when the check swing goes all the way through that they're a little early.
On the 3-2, runner goes. Kim fouls it. Oh, catcher's interference.
Catcher's interference. First base.
I love that they're using the microphone to let them let us know what's going on and let the fans in the ballpark know too. Yes, good call. Okay, something different for the Dodger offense. People on before 2 outs. See if they can move them around.
Mound visit for Suarez. 1st and 2nd, 1 out in the 7th. Alex Freeland is the batter. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. This is a young big leaguer who grew up, wanted to be like the Atlanta Braves. Chipper Jones was his idol. A switch hitting infielder. That's who Freeland tried to emulate. Now he's trying to get on and continue this 7th, give Ohtani a chance with runners aboard.
This is a huge at bat because we know Ohtani is due. If Alex can continue to set the table right here, put some serious pressure on the Braves. Let them know this game is not over yet. Got their manager pacing.
On a 1-1, Freeland pokes it to left. Dubon over. 2 out. But it wasn't a ball on the ground.
we might see Shohei spikes come loose here. He's going to be trying to hit it to Pasadena.
Whiffs on a change, 1-1. Shohei 0 for 3 today and 2 for 11 in the series. Strike 2, fouled away.
When you know an elite hitter with power is struggling and needs to go deep, you can feast on their aggressiveness with back-to-back changeups as they did.
The 1-2. This is up. Letter high fastball at 99 from Suarez.
They're pretty much saying, I'm going to speed you up with my fastball that's for a ball, and I'm going to get you out with the changeup. Let's see if Shohei can get a mistake.
Rolls it to the right side. Suarez covers. Inning over. Oh, hey, next to Oral Hershiser, I'm Steven Nelson, Millie's son, Flo's son here, and then down there, Kirsten Watson, Robin's baby girl.
What a treat. Mother's Day quite possibly is one of the greatest days that there is. My mother, Robin Tanya, was such a gift of a mother. She is someone who has inspired me to do so much. She's a cancer survivor 2 times at that. So I'm very lucky to be raised by one of the most remarkable women, guys.
Amen, Kirsten.
It is so nice that when we are complimented on our manners, and what I get to say is I had good parents. And most of the time it's always been about mom, because my dad was a traveling salesman. So it was awesome to learn a lot of manners and different things from mom. I know how special family is to you, Stephen.
Family first, always. Family here in attendance today. I wanted to catch a game. Well, the way Corey put it, she's like, I am not going to be home alone with the boys on Mother's Day. That's the real story.
Is that something, an example of who wears the pants in the family?
Was that ever a question or a doubt? I don't think so.
Well, Corey is a very special mom, and I know you are blessed to have her.
Oh, gosh.
And you're glad she's not hearing this right now.
She knows. I told her.
Okay, good.
Ground ball to Muncy. Nice pick to second for 1, the turn for 2.
And look who's out there in the 8th. Robo giving him some innings. And there's some flashy defense behind him. This is the double play that the Dodgers were looking for in the 2nd inning. Is the only thing that's going to make Robo lose sleep.
Baldwin jumps on the first pitch, flies it to left field. It's carrying, and it is gone. Just into the home run seats, an opposite field home run. And it's now 5-0 Atlanta. Tenth of the year for the reigning Rookie of the Year, Drake Baldwin.
Fastball near the heart of the plate and just a good swing on it. The fastball's been very effective today for Robo, but not that one.
This one playable in left for Alex Call. So a 2-out solo home run. The damage against Robleski in the 8th. The Dodgers running out of outs and now down by 5. After the game, it's Access SportsNet Dodgers presented by Mercury Insurance. And John Hartung, Jerry Harrison Jr., Nomar Garcia-Parra. I'm hoping for a late inning rally and comeback from the Dodger offense. Deficit now 5 runs, starting in the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher for Atlanta is Tyler Kinley, the right-hander. First 18 games and 16 in the 3rd innings. His ERA 2.76. Mike Yastrzemski now playing in right field, where Eli White made the play of the day a couple innings ago.
I wouldn't be surprised if Eli White has a little bit of whiplash, a little stiff neck in the next few days. There was some kind of call you made. I know we wanted that ball to fall in, but face full of wall, glove full of ball. Where did you come up with that one?
Freeman pops out. There are a lot of Dr. Seuss. 1 fish, 2 fish. Max Muncy hates you fish, as in Tyler White.
Red fish, blue fish. That was some catch.
Yeah, a lot of people doing the same thing, especially Max Muncy. Palms to the sky. It's all you can do when somebody makes a play on you like that. 1 down in the 8th. Andy Pages to the plate. Pages has reached twice today, a single in the 1st and a walk in the 6th. Sky high pop up straight up on the infield. Whose ball? It's Matt Olson, and that's out number 2.
It is a tough sky when all 4 infielders were going for that, and it ended up with Olson. Usually it's just 2, one on either half or the 2 guys in the middle. That was odd to see all 4 of them.
Ozzie Albies, the second baseman, appeared to be giving Olson a little bit of grief. Perhaps he wasn't talking. He made the signal, hey, you need to talk, and then Olson just swatted him in the back of the head with his glove. First pitch strike to Kyle Tucker. Yeah.
Ooh.
Albies is always, hey, he's like, I caught that. Made the play. Tucker hangs back, pulls that one well foul. Strike 2. Justin Wroblewski not pacing like somebody who's done. Nobody up in the pen right now. Wroblewski at 86 pitches. Two things he really liked to have back. That fastball to Baldwin in the 8th that was hit for a home run, and then the ground ball right back to him in the 2nd. He was on the front edge of the mound, so as he turned to try and start a double play, he talked about how you're stepping up the hill. It's a big adjustment, and his body couldn't contort right.
You know, one thing to make an adjustment in the future is when you are throwing uphill, if you can't get off the hill because you're trying to get the double play, a lot of times you take a crow hop and get to a place where it's a little more level, but you throw that ball sidearm to second. You at least know that you're going to get the height right, and when you go to throw it over the top like your pitching delivery and you're throwing uphill, your front foot hits sooner and the release then becomes sooner and the ball goes high to the arm side.
The payoff to Tucker is in the dirt. Ball 4 and a 2-out walk. It's basically been the Dodger offense the last few innings. Orioles just looking for free passes, and they need hits.
They've had some late traffic. This guy almost cleared it.
No one's getting this one. Max Muncy halfway up the pavilion. And the Dodgers got some life here in the bottom of the 8th. Now 5-2.
Pajes gave him some life yesterday in the 9th, but that turned out to be a 7-2 loss. Maybe starting the life in the 8th is going to be enough when they're down 5-2 now because of this swing. A little bit of anger in that compared to the ball that was caught in right field and at bat before.
Previous pitch. Let's call it a strike. The batter's challenge.
ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. Call is 1 for 1 today in successful challenges. 2 for 2.
Overturned. 2 challenges remaining.
With as many pitches that he sees on Traject and or his VR headset, I don't know if there's a Dodger that knows the strike zone better than Alex Call.
Max Muncy hoping that it's the spark that...
Pitch is called a strike. Batter's challenge.
Oh boy, going 3 for 3.
ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile, and Call finally loses one.
That call is confirmed. Los Angeles has 1 challenge remaining.
A couple of laces there.
I wish they would leave the microphone on now for a few, so if the hitter and the umpire now talk. Got you there, Blue. Nope. Got you there, Alex.
The 1-2 from Kinley to Call. Jack swing bouncer, foul of third. Let's go down to series to Kirsten Watson.
Thanks, Stephen. Well, I was talking to Alex in Houston about just the VR program that he uses. As soon as I walked into the clubhouse, he's got the headset on. It essentially, think when back in the day when you would play with a Nintendo Wii, that piece is in his hand. And he was saying not only can it tell you just you understand the strike zone, but if you were to kind of essentially swing the bat, it would tell you the result of what the play would be. And that helps him understand what he's looking for.
It's definitely worked for him, Kirsten. It's part of his process, does it every day. 2-2.
I didn't play Wii, so
you were.
I thought she was talking about a group of people.
The 2-2 pitch. In the air, first base side. Olsen will give it a look, but he won't have a play.
In my generation, we had a viewfinder where you put the little Disney slide in and you click the side and the slide would just move.
They didn't even have moving pictures back then.
Yes, they had moving pictures, but not ones that you could put up to your eyes.
Okay, I don't want.
Yes, Kirsten, they were in color. It was the second half of the Wizard of Oz that the color came in.
Call has worked the count full. The Dodgers within 3 runs here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Max Muncy with a 2-run shot. Tipped into the glove, strike 3. So the inning ends, but the Dodgers have some runs and a little bit of momentum going to the 9th. Look at Justin Robleski back out there for the 9th inning in a 5-2 game. Christy, your boy's done you proud today. 8 innings, 5 runs, saving the bullpen, and has kept the Dodgers within striking distance.
It really has been a fantastic outing. Yes, we can critique it why the Braves are up.
Uh-oh. There's some trouble off the bat of Olsen. Yeah, their solo home run.
I'm not going to take back my comment. He's given them the distance they need. Dave Roberts needed it, and that's why he's still out there. And yeah, have there been a couple blemishes that have hurt? Yes. One with his arms to second base. It would be a double play and a couple of home run balls. But as much as he throws strikes, I mean, the extra base hit has not been around for him at all. The 36 innings coming into this game, he had only given up 5 extra base hits and no home runs. So it's kind of like, you know what, the league is going to get you every once in a while.
Wyatt Mills just up to the big club today. He's warming in the left field bullpen. Back to a 4-run lead for the Braves. 6-2, excuse me.
It was the best offense in baseball coming in here as far as runs scored, and they got shut down in the first game specifically by the Dodger bullpen. And they came in kind of flat coming out of Seattle, but they've woken up the last 2 games with 7 yesterday and now 6 today.
To center field where Pages is waiting. 1 out.
Center fielder number 23, Michael Harris II.
Oh, 2 on Harris. It was almost exactly 40 years ago the Dodgers last saw a complete game. The pitcher gave up 6+ runs. May 9th, 1986. Fernando Valenzuela. Freeland recovers and makes the play for the 2nd out.
Right fielder number 18, Mike Yastrzemski.
Strike 1 to Yastrzemski.
This could be the most letters in a pitcher-hitter matchup in the big leagues.
Yastrzemski against Wroblewski. Oh, no. Yastrzemski thankfully looks okay as you can be after something like that. And that's the last pitch thrown for Justin Wroblewski today. And out away from finishing the game. 100 pitches. Fans here at Dodger Stadium giving him his due. Call to the bullpen is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. Big welcome to Wyatt Mills. His contract selected earlier today. Paul Gervais option to make some room for Mills. His numbers so far this year in the minor leagues. And to try and get the last out of the ninth. It's a pinch hitter up there for Atlanta. And a local kid, Dom Smith. For Wyatt Mills' first appearance in the major league since 2022. The 31-year-old pitched in 14 games this season for the Comets in Oklahoma City. 28 strikeouts and 19 in the third innings. Two and one.
Justin Robleski did a fine job as far as the innings and covering for the bullpen. He's got things to worry about and to work on, but he gave the Dodgers what they needed as far as length. As far as his earned run average, he came into the game with a 1.25, and with 6 earned runs, it went up almost a full point, but it's still only at 2.22. Still having a magnificent year.
And in a way, where I know players don't necessarily love to hear this, but sometimes the game just evens out on you. You know, the first handful of starts for Robleski, you know, the expected numbers versus the actual numbers showed that, you know, there had been some good fortune. He pitched to the defense, allowing guys to make the plays behind him, get up some contact, and you know, the lack of whiffs has been discussed, but those scales got balanced a little bit today. As Smith rolls a base hit into right center field, Yastrzemski will cut second and go from first to third.
Well, you have those gaudy numbers coming into the game, and some people say there was some good fortune there, but the other thing that happened too is the Atlanta Braves came into town and scored the most runs in the big leagues. And so you're going up against the Tide and a very good team.
Six-2 Atlanta, top of the ninth, 2 on, 2 out. Number 9 hitter Jorge Mateo. Mills breaks in, strike one. Big swing, big miss. On a 1-2, Mateo pushes one right center field. Pages is not going to get there. So that hit by pitch hurts even more. But now for the Dodgers, 7-2 Atlanta.
The exact score of the loss yesterday, and this base hit will take Robleski's ERA up a little bit more. Turning into a turn the page day for the Dodgers.
Now Dubon to left center field, but Pages makes the catch. Inning over, but Atlanta tacks on a pair of insurance runs. The lead is back to 5. On tap here in Los Angeles, 4-game series against the rivals, Dodgers and Giants, on Monday night here at Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. Roki Sasaki will start the opener. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani, and Emmett Sheehan, the other scheduled starters. They will not face Logan Webb in this series on the injured list. They will face Raisel Iglesias here in the bottom of the ninth, trailing Atlanta 7-2. Because the Braves pinch hit for Sean Murphy in the 9th, Drake Baldwin is now the catcher. 7, 8, and 9 starting the inning for the Dodgers. Popped into left field by Rushing. 1 pitch, 1 out. Unless the Dodgers can get at least 1 run here, that'll be the 3rd blowout loss already in the month of May. What qualifies as a blowout loss? At least 5 runs, the margin of defeat. And for comparison, they had 0 such losses entering the month.
But the pitching staff has really pitched well here early in May, so it's just been some oddities that have kind of put that in flux with the weaker offense on the rhythm of the days when the pitching staff has not been good. But the pitching staff overall has been pretty doggone good.
The offense has been the issue. I mean, the last 18 games entering today, they're 500, 9 and 9. 2 or fewer runs in 8 of those games. So this is nearing another loss in another game with 2 or fewer runs.
If 2s are wild, 2 hits would be a new season low as far as number of hits.
Yep.
Second baseman, number 76, Alex Freeland.
Two outs, nobody on, down by 5. Alex Freeland batting. In the air to left field. This should do it. Atlanta wins the final 2 games to take the series on the road here in LA. And by identical final scores, 7-2.
The homestand started well with the first win, but there's a little bit of a sting in the air now with these 2 losses.
Turn the page, as you said, Bulldog, to the next series, a 4-game set against the Giants that starts tomorrow night. Access SportsNet Dodgers will get you ready for that. That's on the way next. So for Orr Hershiser, Kirsten Watson, and our amazing crew, I'm Stephen Nelson saying thanks for watching, and more importantly, happy Mother's Day.